Mic test, mic test. Good evening, everyone. I think 𝐻𝐻𝐿 is in. All right. All right. Yeah, yeah. Hello. All right. So if you are here, just type in a hi so that I know that you are here. If you can hear me, also just type in a hi. Yeah, we're going. Tonight I didn't bring lighting. I just bring the camera. I only bring the camera back home. Hi, Leo. All right. Let me just do a last check on my phone just to make sure everything's all right. Okay. All right. All right. Good evening. Hi, Lily. Okay. Hi, Ice T. All right. Okay. I seems like everything is uh doing good. Okay. So tonight we have a smaller crowd, I believe, because this is beginning of school holiday. So I don't know. In Singapore, like school holidays they started since like last Friday or Thursday, and a lot of families have been starting with their traveling plan. So I'm not so sure whether some of our guys here are already started with their holiday plan. All right, but nevertheless, once again, thanks for joining in this YouTube live. Right now, I'm in KL. Yep. So tomorrow I'll be meeting 𝐻𝐻𝐿, Lin Xin, and Cecilia. Okay, 小婷 lah, 小婷. Yep. So anyone who is staying in KL, yep. Let me know. Let me know. Later I will share a QR link of the WhatsApp chat group lah. So if you are open to join us, you can just scan this QR code, join the chat group, and then we will meet you guys tomorrow. PJ Atra Mall. All right. Kun kun don't need lah. Why come all the way from JBY? Yeah. All right. uh Investing can't take break. Did I wish to take a break too? I think this is a commitment that I like to support all of you guys in the community right here. It's not to say that it's holiday or my holiday or whatever holidays, then we should stop this like a live session. Like when I went Jeju, I did that live at the Tuesday night as well. Right now I'm in Singapore. I did this as well. When I was in JB confinement with my wife, I also do the live session. So it's a commitment that we have to you guys who are subscribing through us, lah, subscribing like supporting us all the way since like maybe since 2 years ago lah. But this year itself, later I'll share with you some of the images sessions that we have run through. I couldn't believe right now it's already week 46. Yeah, week 46. All right. Yep. Hi, Diana. Yep. Thank you. Thanks for all the support. All right. So without further ado, let's start the session for tonight. So once again, welcome everyone to our weekly WealthPulse session every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. So in this session, we'll cut this in three different segments. First is market update. Second is like earning, or any companies that we find interesting. The third is a private community whereby we talk about the investments that we could potentially look into it. All right, so this is the three segments. So in the end of the day, why we have this WealthPulse pulse is really in every week markets go up and go down. I sometimes I also not sure. After 1 week, uh it's like markets have went up went down for multiple times, like up and down for more than 5% kind of thing. So it's like we are in a very unusual and uncertain like market volatility, especially this time around when all the retail brokers are offering so much retail investor coming in. A lot of market volatilities has exceptionally high, especially after COVID days. So things are getting very, very interesting. And with all the technology advancement, things change very fast. So that's why we name it Pulse, lah, which is Market Pulse, whereby we hope to be in pulse with the market together with the community. So always in the end of the day, check back this pulse with our portfolio. So is there anything that we should change, or maybe it's an opportunity for us to add some position. So this is the session whereby we share around you or the community what is the market, and then we have some private discussions in the end of the day. All right. So once again, welcome everyone. So if you are new here, remember to click like, follow our channels, and comment if you have any ideas or any kind of like feedback to let share with us. Right. Okay. So yep. So let me check out the chat, like the 5G market high volatility but won't go down one. uh I don't know which side you are at. Maybe you have bought in like maybe 1 year or even 2 3 years or even before quite 5 years, in early so-called like coffee or whatever. So but some of the guys out there might be just new to the market, maybe just maybe 1 month old in the market. So it depends on what time you're coming in, and depends on how you see market volatility. So I guess like the fire journey, you are seasoned investor. So is what is this market volatility when I have experienced 40, 50, 60, even 70% drop? All right. Okay. So without further ado, let's start the session for tonight. Done this year last Friday. Yeah. Okay. I'll share some of my position as well. All right. Okay. All right, so we experienced some tech rebound on Monday itself. So Monday, the market just rebound a bit. I believe tonight my market open will rebound some more. Let's see what happened tonight. But tonight, or is like just a few hours ago, Alibaba just released their result. There's some market movement in Alibaba as well. So let's see. All right, since beginning of the year, since January, we have been like every single Tuesday, like together with you guys. So in first half of the year, 嘉轩, we take turns like every alternate week. We take turns like sharing with you guys what we find out, and also some of the investments we have made along the way. So some of the companies that we look into, for example, Doximity, Texas Wesleyan, and then we also talk about Meta, Google, Microsoft, even Nvidia and TSMC. So these are all the companies that we have been discussing about since the beginning of the year, and then we switch up the gear a bit in the middle of the year. So in the middle of the year, we have added more sessions. So for example, in the session itself, we have 3 segments, and in these 3 segments, we pack a lot more things that we observe in the market. Because some of the times, like there's so many companies out there. To be honest, I couldn't follow each and every one. And even if I have done my best for the past 1 month, right, I still find there's a lot of companies that I might not be able to cover. So once again, thanks you guys for joining us through YouTube. So if you are first time out here, please make sure that you click subscribe and then join the chat, click likes to this channel. So people who are wondering how to invest and like interested in investing, this content can push towards that. All right. Okay. Hi, Kev. I thought you are in Batam. Happy holiday. So I just mentioning, we are starting school holiday. A lot of parents going out, taking kids out for holidays. I believe you are one of the great parents that bring your kids for traveling. Yeah. Might lost connection in time. No worries. You can just come on and off. But what's more important is really, I really appreciate, I really thankful for you guys for joining me online. All right. So yep. So since the middle of the years, we have switched our gear a bit. You can see our thumbnail like a bit more YouTube-ish, right? Big title, big name. Sometimes for lack of a better word, a bit like clickbaity. Yep. But this is so-called the YouTube algorithm, YouTube game, which we play with it lah. Lack of a better word, we play with it lah. So yep. Hi, GM. All right. Okay, so Yeah. So last month itself is full of earnings. Even this week itself, there's a big earning, which is the Alibaba just released their result. Their revenue just up 5%. But the more interesting things that all of the investor out there are looking at is their cloud revenue, and even their AI, so-called AI related revenue, have tripled. Triple digit, not triple digit growth means like in 100-ish. All right. So we are in a week 46. We have 78, 78. So 46, sorry, 47, 48, 49, 50. And the last 2 weeks will be a recorded session. So we are here for the last few weeks of the year. So once again, thanks everyone. Just to reiterate, we did our review every quarterly, and then right now we are near end of November, and then we will start December very soon. So I'm reviewing the method of how we are going to engage you guys. So YouTube Live is the method that we've started like mid June. And then right now, we are reviewing whether to do it live. For of course, live on YouTube is easy. All right, I can interact with you in the chat. So I've been enjoying this, but YouTube Live have some limitation. What the limitation is very straightforward, which is after a live end, the YouTube Live, the video itself, basically the algorithm just end right there. So YouTube Live is just an engagement tool for a channels to engage with the existing members or existing followers. So for us, we like to engage more people, so engage more people outside our followership. So that's why in January onwards, we'll do a lot more YouTube videos. We'll tone down our YouTube live session. So I'll share more by the mid of December. How are these going to conduct for the next for 3 to 6 months? All right. So how you count? Yeah, counting down. Yeah, everyone counting down 2025 already, right? Yeah, everyone looking for Christmas. A few more that I went right, all already Christmas deco. Michael Brewery, no, I didn't subscribe for that. Yeah. So remember to like, subscribe, and share, and then all the updates I'll share through these YouTube channels. All right, so market update. So from the top to right now at the I think last night, market have so-called revised or so-called adjusted downwards to 5.7%. Not too much. It's just a minor adjustment. Looking at how far we have gone since April, and then we are in a extreme fear region right now. So no, November, right? So previously October, people say October, November, see Moonvember. So but things like it's going downhill a bit, but not upward. So we have a few more days of trading days. All right. So last week itself, I show this exactly the same like table, which is the same map for what happened to the S&P 500. So it's a bit reddish. But by the last 7 days, which is before Monday itself, the market, you can see that wow, Microsoft already dropped 8%, Nvidia 6%, Google is the only one that went up by 8%. All right. And I believe because there's some fear right there, there's some market drop right there. It seems like the December target, so-called December rate adjustment might possible happen. All right. So there's so-called 80% probably whereby the Fed rate adjustment would happen. Right. So equities are very sensitive to interest rate, and any interest rate changes would affect the valuations of the company, and the valuation of the company will affect how the fund manager, how the investment manager decide to add, to cut, or even to so-called like stay put. All right. So interest rate is very important factor for equity investment, equity and least equity investment. So that's why they look very closely to this interest rate. All right, like a hawk eye looking into it every single session, every single discussion. Right. So anyone, if you have just joined in, so there's this polling right here. So what do you think? Would the market go up and go down? And definitely this interest rate, although everyone has expected it, that the interest rate would reduce, but who knows, like our Fed chair will do anything different, right? Okay, Kung say, yeah, this kind of news, once you follow, confirm go Holland. This once you follow, it might not bring you anywhere, all right? But still it bring you to the opposite direction. This one always change. Right? Yeah, it's like they change daily until the day it announced. All right. So this is just some market expectations, the probability of the markets like so-called sense whether it should cut or it should remain or even should so-called increase. Right. So this is the one from I think it's CME, same CME Fed rates. All right. Okay, you can just find this like the table online. All right. So what? So what? All right. So yesterday the market rebound back a bit. All right. Google right now sitting at 6%. Broadcom sitting up at like 11% up, and even Micron also up by 7%. So yesterday night seems like a green day, and then seems like this this week, the second day of the week, seems like market also go up. So we have Thanksgiving Day on Thursday. So hopefully the market would be more kind to investor like us, whereby at least you got a bit lah, huh? All right. Okay, so we have been covered a lot of earnings. This is since October, end of October. So there's a lot of earnings coming out, and then we did our best to cover as much as we can. And then this week itself, there's Zoom, which is announced yesterday, and then Alibaba just announced it like a few hours ago. And then tonight we have like Dell, Workday, or even Autodesk. All right. So there's like close to the end of the earnings seasons, and then by Friday we have this Chargy. Yeah. So Chargy run a lot of so-called outlets in Malaysia as well, like likewise in Singapore. Seems like Malaysia, Singapore are like Chargy more, right? Unlike in Indonesia. Indonesia just dislike Chargy. All right. So just a quick update. I didn't look for like very much into their earnings, haven't go through their earnings call, but just to share, Alibaba share rise as AI drive 34% cloud sales jump. All right. So if you look at revenue, the revenue like in year on year wise is just up by 5%. But their cloud sales have jumped for 34%. All right. This charge no queue. No one queue. Yeah. But new store they got a lot of like vouchers lah. So in Kepong Lotus, Kepong I think it's Manja Lotus, they have a new opening, so they are giving 1 for 1 for their store opening. Yeah. All right. Great, not good for boy. All right. So this is Alibaba share price jump, and then I haven't looked deeper into it. I don't know how much share price has jumped, but nevertheless, why there are so many talks, so many chat about is really about their cloud sales, and then yep. So they have this their LLM model. So like ChatGPT, there's like OpenAI ChatGPT, Google Gemini LLM. So Alibaba have their qianwen, 𝐿1, 𝐿1, is it called 𝐿1? I think it's called 𝐿1 in English. Their LM models, and then in China, a lot of companies are adopting the 𝐿1. Why? Because it's open source. Developers are so-called like so-called choosing 𝐿1 than the rest are in China. All right. Okay. So snowman cheapest in town. What is it? Cost most people to snowman. Yeah, one. All right. Oh, it's Q, right? How can it be? Yeah, it's Q. All right. Okay. So, what is the market that I share today? Maybe we just so-called rewind 1 year ago. So, how many of you have so-called remember or you could recall there's once whereby Sundar Pichai shared their latest AI model, which is Gemini, that is launched to public. They do a public demo, and there's a boo boo that happened. If you remember, just type in a one. There's a boo boo happen, whereby they type in something, and the Gemini model couldn't churn out anything. A big boo boo. All right, and this is just 1 year ago, 14th of August. uh 14th August. So if you like to watch this again, you can just go to YouTube, just search field demo, like Google Gemini field demo. It's not too long ago. Is snowman that chimp? Are you referring to Misha? Snowman. All right. Okay. Yep. So the day when it announced like Gemini, Google share price dropped by 10%. So from like $170, it dropped by $150. All right. So it dropped more than 10%. The reason I'm sharing you this thing, right, is if you could recall, there's a boo boo happen for this company or any companies, and then share price move downwards. And does it mean that it's an opportunity for us to invest, right? So the reason why we are going through this is bring you through this roller coaster, just like how I started the first page of the slides. Maybe I just go back to the first page. All right, looping happening right here. just like our stock market. It's like meta, the looping sign, right? So there's some things that bound to repeat, and that some signs that could repeat, and then how we can identify whether is this a repeating sign, and could we so-called capitalize on this kind of sign, and then make our portfolio or make our investment decision better. All right. Okay, then share price up 60% year to date this year. Why is so fast? I haven't get there yet. All right. But nevertheless, like, yeah, so like 1 year, just 1 year ago, this happened. And then we have been talking about it like since like there's like Google lawsuits, there's like their Gemini model 2.5 right now is Gemini, even Gemini 3. But before Gemini 3 announced, right, last sessions we talked about Buffett buy Google's and why Buffett buy Google's, and is it really Buffett buying Google's or is Berkshire Hathaway? All right. So if you have missed out the sessions, just go back to our YouTube channel. You go to the live portion. There's this like Buffett buy Google's like sessions right there. You can just click and watch it. All right. I've shared all the things that why Berkshire Hathaway look into it, and then how they buy it, how much the price they buy it, and then how did I notice about it, and how can we analyze like so-called their entry or into their full portfolio. Is all inside this session. All right. So Gemini 3. How many of you use it? If you use it, just type in a 3. I've been using it. And then even before Gemini 3 launched, right, me and Jinsen have already onboard their the pro subscription. Means we can use their so-called VO3, we can use their full Google Gemini. Yeah, it's a paid subscription. Yeah, not yet. I would strongly urge you guys use it. Very, very powerful. And then I'll show you a why later on. Very, very powerful. How much? I shared this with Jinxian. Kun Kun, I share with you how we buy. We buy it in a very like a creative manner, in a sense that we buy it like quite reasonable. We can talk over privately. You can talk over privately. Yeah. So I'll show you how we do it. All right. Black Friday got sales. I'm not sure about whether Gemini 3 got Black Friday. I only want to use free one. Okay, I mean use free one also can, just that maybe the speed or maybe the priority is not like upfront, but it's good enough. I think it's good enough. Yeah. Eric is Google investor for sure. Convert to rupee through VPN. Ah ha 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 ha. Kun Kun. Let's I'll share you. I'll share you privately. Okay. But nevertheless, this is just last week. And then like the change is like seems like overnight. Like Gemini 3 when it's out, right? Everyone is singing praises. Everyone is singing praises. Even people are comparing ChatGPT, Cloud, and it seems like Google is winning right now. Google is the best model right now. Yeah. All right. Yep. So maybe I can show you some demo. So some demo, but uh, yep. So what is this? Let me see. So if you like to watch 小林所, I just find this like this YouTube channel, which is like let me just click it out. Uh,
It's some
Choose 2046. I believe she's very big in Bilibili, but I think she also create a YouTube channel to share content right here. I think her style is very selling so, and I enjoy watching it. So if you like to watch about Gemini 3, right, you can watch the channel. But let me share with you things that I like learned through this like Gemini 3 kind of like new so-called uh new technologies or new interface or new LLM, they call it new software, whatever, that share with, like user like us. All right. So I may not understand fully what is all this table about. It's like wow. So like Google Gemini, they released a report whereby how are they superior than the rest. Right. So it's like they say, wow, the humanity last exam la, AGI2 la, AIME math erana la. It's like wow. And then there's so many numbers right here. So I was thinking, hey, is there any way that can help me understand this easier? All right. So that's why I say, hey, can I ask Gemini this question? And I said, it's so difficult for me to understand all this. Can you help me to understand this? All right. And then, yep, let me just like, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Windows. Okay. Yep, I think it's this one. All right. Yeah. So this is the Google Gemini 3 Pro, right? So if you have used ChatGPT, you have used even like Manners, you know that hey, there's this agentic AI that can help us like do work easier, right? Or can help us like analyze or even search the web, create generate a report, wherever, or write market research very easily, right? So Gemini previously is just searching through the web and then generate some like response after searching the web, maybe do some deep analysis, deep thinking, but this is another level. It's like close to agentic level already. Like maybe let me share with you this. All right, so there's this portion of reports that they show this table, and then you can just drop the whole PDF in, but I just specifically want this table. All right, so I just snap this table, put into it, and then ask him make an interface where we can select the scoring criteria, and then make it easily for me to see each scoring comparison. Means oh, this like a lot of numbers, right? I don't know which one is better. So if you look at this image, right, they say Gemini 3, Gemini 2.5, Claude, and GPT-5. I don't know which one is better. If you follow where am I, just type in the one. Yeah. Why it's too many numbers like why numbers, so many words. I couldn't understand what are all these. And I want to have a simplified way of understanding this through visualization. All right. So after I type this, right, they do analysis, and then this is what um, Gemini 3 is like agentic, able to create. So if you use Claude before, it's exactly the same thing. There's this interface. Even they use coding to code this page for me. All right. So here, this is all the so-called scoring criterion or screening criterion, whereby it compare all through different platform. So for example, humanity last exam. So what is humanity last exam? Is like evaluates the model ability to tackle complex academic question, require broad knowledge and robust reasoning. All right. So which one is better? Higher is better. Best score highlight in green. So remember the table, right? So the table is like all numbers, like Excel table. So with this, it tell me, hey, Gemini 3 Pro is scoring like 37.5, is so far superior than GPT 5.1. So I buy just this one liner, one image, this they just generate this to me. All right. And then what's more than that? So for example, maybe I look at this like video multi-model thing. So what is this MMU? So assess the model ability to acquire and apply knowledge and answer question based on observing and understanding various video content. So this is analyzing video content. Score is the percentage of questions answered correctly. So Gemini Pre is superior than the other model. All right. So like GPT 5.1 scoring at 80 points, they are scoring at 87 points. So they are showing, hey, GPT, yeah, as much as like they are the first mover, Gemini 3 Pro, they not only like from behind catch up, they even far more superior than GPT 5.1. Right. So this all done by one liner right here. All right. So if this is the first time you see this, just type in wow. Maybe can do a PEG intrinsic value calculation. Exactly. All right. Can unsubscribe Chat GPT now. Yeah, I've not been subscribing Chat GPT after I find Manus. Yeah. And then until 𝐮𝐶 showed me a very interesting manner or a very interesting way to like subscribe for Gemini. Yeah, then right now I have this access. All right. So super powerful, super powerful. All right. Yeah. Thanks for your call. Yeah, super powerful. All right. Maybe let's come back to this. Like yeah, this is how able to decipher this table much more easier. So there's this link. I can show this link, but you can just snap the same photo, go into your Gemini tree or Gemini. I think the result will be similar even for a free subscription tier. Yeah. All right. And then so all of this is a lot of hypes, a lot of like market up and down. But in the end of the day, what we like to focus as is still the company fundamental. So whether or not uh, when they are demo field, after the demo field, what reflect in their business, and if even with all these things happening, right? Wow, people talk so much about singing praises. In the end of the day, numbers doesn't lie. we still need to fall back to the company numbers. If you follow this, just type in the 1. All right, just give me emoji, just give me love emoji, whatever. Yeah, love emoji, love, love, love. All right, yeah, love emojis. All right. Right, I use ChatGPT every day. Now need to switch a bit hard. Yeah. So first mover, they might have some like they might have some, I would not say high switching cost, there might be some switching costs, but as a so-called retail user or even like individual user, it's easier. The thing is you just need to go to Google, type or even type Gemini.google, and then you just come to this Gemini page and start using it. Yeah. ChatGPT got switching costs. Let's see. Let's see. Historically, first mover usually doesn't have a good ending. Usually, first mover doesn't quite have a good ending. But you see. All right. Okay. So what I want to highlight right here is always focus back to business fundamental, because in this last 1 week held itself, right? Google have up by 15%, and let's say we just bought on Google, they demo failed that day itself. Even that day itself, in this like 2 years, close to like not 2 years, like 1+ year, I would say 1+ year, you are enjoying 100% return. Yeah. So the moral of the story is always focus back to the company fundamentals. The market narrative give you a lot of different ideas. When they failed demo, they say, "Wow, this is the end of Google." When there's this lawsuit, it's end of Google. When there's this like ChatGPT, they are so far superior. They even have their browser or Google Chrome. End of life. So there's a lot of different narrative out there telling you different idea. Or even right now, they're singing praises, say, "Wow, Google is the only one. Google is the best. If you invest in like Mac 7, you make sure that you invest in Google." Yeah. So there's a lot of different narrative right there. In the end of the day, let's focus back to fundamental, understanding the company business and whether they are strong, they have moat that continue to grow, and then if there's some good valuation pointer right there, maybe we can take advantage. So for example, when this is happened, $160, actually the market is valuing them at 2 times price to sales, and right now market is at 4 times price to sales, right? So does it make sense for a 4 times price to sales to continue to go up? So historically, this company like is around 2-ish to 3, 2-ish to 3. Right now it's at 4. So is it a good time to buy? So if you just look at this like 2-year period, their price to sales is at a high side. Okay, so if you follow, just type in 1 for this, the first segment that I like to jog back the memory. Yeah. So it's not to say that it's a good news, bad news. In the end of the day, focus back to fundamental and valuation. All right. Okay. So I just like found this like through online. There's this Benedict Evans. He's a researcher that talk about AI is the word. So he shared about like how the AI adoptions is still very early days. He also showed like how so-called technology transitions going into the enterprise level in a fundamental basis. And then right now, even cloud is like history, right? But the adoption of cloud through the enterprise level, right, is still not saturated yet. All right. So right now with AI is in their early days, right? Some of the planning of AI is also not there yet. So you say, yeah, AI is easing the world, but a lot of things is in the early days. All right. So this is what you can find out in AI Eats the World. All right. So if you're interested, there's quite an interesting report right there. So, so in the day, let's focus back on our top 5. So I don't know. So last week, right, the market is so-called very bad. Everyone is in very bad mood. Market like your portfolio right went down by don't know how many, like few 100,000. You know, even in Singapore, there's this like president candidate. His name is Tan Kim Lian. He also shared that his portfolio right dropped by I don't know like 300,000 or how many 100,000. Like it's like a HDB unit. Yeah. So people are very open to share their losses really. But what's more important right here is not what other people losses or how much they have made in the day. It's more like how we have confidence or convictions to take actions whenever there's this thing happen. Right. So just to reiterate, remember your top 5. So this is my top 5 that I shared like I think Trump versus Xi. I think almost 1 month ago, like I shared this. This is my top five: ASML, Baba, Lemonade, Cloudflare, and C Limited. And then there's these three that I'm looking at. So TD, ARM, Doximity. All right. So I think some of I don't know, is it like just now I think it's Kev lah. Say I must be a Google investor. No, not yet. Not yet. Yeah, not yet. Because the valuations like historically right now is their high side, and when they are like in 160 I didn't buy. Yeah, so I think I fare worse than Buffett, because Buffett have bought it in like $200 average price, but right now it's sitting at 50% return, but I didn't buy it. All right, so AI in early days, but a lot of people gonna lost job. All right, Coco say coffee fee. So what he cannot lah. He tell you he's lost, but actually he gained 1.3 million, but he won't tell you at the same time. You mean like Buffett? Yeah, Buffett, because of he invests through Berkshire Hathaway. I mean Berkshire Hathaway. So every of their so-called action, right, have to be reported to the SEC. So their report is every quarterly. So their action have to be reported. Just that he didn't tell you the immediate moment they buy or immediate moment they sell is always 3 months later, or even like close to 3 months later. All right, Microsoft yeah, I'm still a Microsoft shareholder. So Microsoft last week dropped more money, close to 10%, right? Yeah, my portfolio, yeah, suffer. All right, okay, yep. So remember your top five. So this I have like so I didn't like put in order daily. So I usually put like good you done order. So so some of these good you done order get exercise when I'm sleeping. And then yep, so I got hit by some of the orders, and then yeah, like even for example, I think trade desk it went lower than 40, so that's why I think my portfolio on trade desk is like negative right now, but I'm okay when I'm getting at a better valuation. All right, okay, so before I move to the next segment, so how many of you are in KL, all right, and then you would like to join me tomorrow at Little Penang Cafe, PJ Atra. So right now I have Cecilia, I have like Hui Kwang, and I have Lin Xin to join me tomorrow. So-called a small gathering lah, 7:30 p.m. at PJ Atra. So if you are open to join, you can just join me through this. Can I? Maybe yep, I just, sorry, let me just copy this link. If you're open to join me, just join this WhatsApp group lah, huh? Only those who join, because join me meeting or in KL. All right. So I have another like big group one. If you like to join the big group, just let me know. Right. This is just a meeting tomorrow, a temporary chat group that I created. So for tomorrow meetup in KL. 26 November, like 7:30 p.m. at PJ Atra Little Penang Cafe. All right. So Cecilia recommend two places. Either uh, memang bagus noodle, or right now or this one that I choose, Little Penang Cafe. So yeah, I chose Little Penang Cafe because I think Penang is a very good adjective, or is it called adjective, or a good additive word before food. Anything put Penang, right? Seems like tastes better. Like Penang one better. I don't know whether you guys follow this like channel called Wapi Kong. Penang one better. Anything put Penang, right? Like tastes good one. All right. Okay. So if you're open to join me, yep, tomorrow. Okay. So right now time is 8:39. So let's go to the segment two of the day. Right. So before I go into segment two, oi, 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 back again. So before going to the segment two, just repeat again. So if you are new to this channel, we will talk about like company updates. We will talk about the investment that we made. So a lot of time when we make all this, right, it's not a buy or sell recommendation. It's more of like how we handle, or how we see, and how we adjust ourselves with all the market movement and together with our portfolio. So when it comes to this, like we have all these fundamental things that we talk about. Like for example, when we look in the companies, we always look at company fundamentals. What is their mode? What is their growth plan? And then in the end of the day, what's their valuation? So we always go through this motion. And then if you have not going through that, that's why we don't do it on too much on YouTube live. But right now, because we are like wanting to grow this like so-called community, that's why I open up a bit of like what we talk about. All right. So we have this second segment. We will talk about earnings update. So if you're interested, this is the link that you can join us in our private community session, which is click.goodwhale.com/join-wpp. Right. There's this QR code right here. You can always like check out this. All right. So let me just Control C. Wait. Click.google.com. All right. Control C. And then I'll put right here. Okay. So if you're interested, can always click on this link. Join us. This is a 1 month complimentary. Maybe I should set up a Black Friday sales, but this one is very cheap already. It's just 9.90 per month. I think I don't know where you can find this kind of like subscription partner. Like you may find, but I find it's very not just affordable. It's very valuable. So if you join this right now, you can enjoy 9.90. And like I said in the beginning of the session, I'm reviewing. I might adjust the pricing a bit because like 9.90 for the amount of milk, a bit. I need to do a lot. Yeah. Or maybe I need to reduce a lot so that yeah. So I'm reviewing the pricing. But nevertheless, you can just still enjoy this 1 month, and you look at the subscription maybe next month, and then maybe beginning of the year, if there's any changes, I'll inform the whole community. All right, let's move that market. All right, so earnings season. So we are at the very tail end of earnings seasons. All right, so we have gone through all us like close to 2 months. All right, so from Nike, from Trade Desk, Amazon, ASML, Netflix, Google, Microsoft. So we have gone through a lot, but obviously there's a lot more. So there's some things that I list right here from SoFi, United Health, Meta, ServiceNow, Mercado Libre, or even Apple, Coinbase, Cloudflare, Prantill. I haven't gone through it yet. So there's so much, right? And tonight I'll be going through these two companies, which is Nvidia and Duolingo. All right. And of course, yeah. So Alibaba is one of the companies that you might interested in, or even like SoFi. All right. I don't know whether Rupert is here tonight. Yeah. So I think Rupert have not been joining us for a few weeks. Yep. So anyone, if you know Rupert, maybe you can just connect me with him. And then, yeah. So yeah. So there's a lot of companies that I like to go through, but tonight we will be going through Nvidia, and in our private session we'll go through Duolingo. Why? That's the reason why I shared Google at the front, because there's this boom, there's a U shape right here. So is Duolingo going this through during through this U shape, or this they call it a smiling curve? Yep, we'll talk about it in our private session. So but in this YouTube, we will talk about Nvidia. So maybe before I start, just do a quick polling. Maybe just stop this polling first. Hey, wait, how to stop? End polling. 70% of people say up. All right. Okay, let's a new polling. Nvidia shareholder. Is there any Nvidia shareholder? All right. So for me, I didn't buy Nvidia, but I have this Tiger Boss card. Tiger Boss card, there's this like 1% stock back. So a lot of different card. You have your miles game, you have your cashback game. So in Tiger card, there's this 1% stock back, whereby if you accumulate close to $1 kind of returns, they will allocate the shares. So I've selected Nvidia shares, and then I accumulate Nvidia shares through spending. All right. Okay. So this is how I become a fractional Nvidia shareholder. Not very big, it's just very fractional. All right. So 1% cashback lah. I haven't even accumulated until one share yet. Yep. So yeah, so like this is how I become Nvidia shareholders. And then if you are interested, I think Tiger Brokers, the Tiger Debit Boss card, right? Is only in Singapore. So if you have not yet like subscribed for card, it's something like U-Trip card. So it's my overseas spending card lah. So if I would go overseas, I use Tiger Boss card. I use their Wise, so it's powered by Wise. It's very so-called very good exchange rate. very minimal fees, and then you can use it to pay, and then you get a 1% cashback. And then this 1% cashback, you can choose a variety of shares lah. All right. Jensen is Jesus. Jesus is Jensen. He saved the world. Yep. Too bad in Malaysia. Yep. Yeah, they have not been saying when they were going into Malaysia. Yep. Like any regulator, they will be very, very wary, WARI, wary with new brokerage coming into their turf, because a new brokerage will hurt the existing local broker. All right. So unless you put in a lot of dollars or a lot of capital, if not, overseas broker would think how likely their investment can recuperate the returns lah. Because whenever they go in a new market, there's new setup, new regulatory, they need more investment, not just like customer service, it's the whole back office function. Yeah, it's a bit tougher for new broker to go in with all the regulatory costs. Yep. So that's why I think that's why Tiger have not been going into Malaysia yet lah. All right. Okay, so let's go into Nvidia. All right. So a quick glance through on Nvidia earnings. So Nvidia, they not just so-called like grow their revenue very fast, they even beat the analyst so-called like estimate. Right. So they have record 10 billion sequential revenue growth, and then most of their growth come from these segments called data centers. More than 50 billion is from data center, just a quarter alone. And their gross margin is standing at 73%. Very crazy. Very crazy gross margin. As a chip so-called designer, their gross margin is at 73%. And then majority of their revenue are right now from data centers. Since like 2024 to 2025, right now their financial year ending 2026, right? They have close to triple their data center earning by quarter basis. All right. And then a lot of companies, right, we will talk about year on year change. But for Nvidia, they talk about quarter on quarter change. You can see their data center revenue have been growing quarter on quarter. There's no cyclical from here. What I see, there's like they're consistently growing for the past close to 3 years. So if you follow, just type in 2. All right. Close to 3 years. 2. I will not type 3 lah. Just 2 first. All right. Actually, it's close to, yeah, but nevertheless, yeah. This chart right here, so close to 2 years, right? Very, very crazy return. Majority from data centers. Okay. Yep. So the quarter on quarter is like 20%, quarter on quarter. And then even if it's an annualized thing, right, it's like 62%. All right. And so all the revenue fall down to earnings gap, not gap. All right. Okay. So they are also so-called put a forward guidance, which is 65 billion. So if you look at quarter 3 FY26, right, is 51 billion. Yeah, quarter 4 FY26 is 65 billion. So it's another close to 20. So let me just get the exact number just because doing right, like it's close to 27% quarter on quarter. There's no reason why they cannot. That's the reason why they are $4 trillion company. All right. And then what's more than that is, if you recall that China has banned their so-called locals from buying Nvidia chip. They stop and ban them. All right. So likewise, Jensen Huang or even Nvidia, when they do this projection, right, they already so-called write off. They write off there's no revenue from China. Even there's some like booking or there's some like unrealized order right there. They write off everything really. So this is their earnings, or this is their revenue projection, 65 billion. And yep, so remember that I share you Manners, right? So if you have not subscribed to Manners, yep, for free. So maybe I just put up this Manners, Manners, where is Manners? Uyo. Right, never mind. It's not here. I remove it. All right. So if you recall the last few sessions, I do use Manners. So Manners is how I gather all these important pointers. All right. But it's more importantly, it's really to sharpen my understanding about Nvidia. So if you have recall, right, so they have this Blackwell chipset, and then there's all this data server rack, right? So this is their major product or major so-called star player, whereby they clock a lot of sales with OpenAI, with Oracle, even all those like hyperscaler like Google, Amazon. All right. So this is how they clock sales with the Blackwell data servers. All right. So Blackwell have been selling very well, and so much so that right, it's like it's not about how many they can sell. It's like um what is it called? The is demand more than supply state ready. Is that they have sold out 2026 already. So this is what they said. They have already sold out. So in terms of that, right, it's a bit like uh it's either you have productions to keep up or you have booked their revenue up to 2027, 2028, or even 2029. So this is what happened to Nvidia because of production, right? They have booked their revenue far ahead already. Right. Okay, so if you follow that, just type in number one. Yeah. Yeah. As it's not as a they are still a hardware lah. Although they are not producing themselves, they are still a hardware company. That's why their product is production hardware. All right. Yep. So another thing about from the the earnings you also shared. So remember, TSMC have built their new factories right in Arizona. All right, and right now their Arizona's facilities have in full production, and then they have first Blackwell so-called like wafer being produced in American already. So American production into American data server right now is all in American soil. So from production to deployment in American soil. This is so-called their milestone in this quarter itself. One of the biggest milestone. In other words, um, American have more control. I'll put it that way. American have more control, and then they obviously hope TSMC will build more factory right there, so that to supply to the growth of American AI sector. All right. Yeah. Another thing about the all this like hype, right? So they'll show so actually this hype, right, there's these three things happening at the same time. All right. So if you have not been following AI or even development of all these semiconductor, right? So he shared these three different things that happening simultaneously that continue to drive their business, and they foresee these three things still able to continue to drive moving forward. And then just type in these three so that you recall these 3 pointers. All right. Just type in three to recall these 3 pointers. So first pointer is a transition from CPU to GPU. And this is still happening. All the data centers are still transitioning, so-called from CPU to GPU accelerated computing. And they are still seeing this happen. All right. And that's why you see that or you heard that, right? I shared in a few sessions before, right? When they shared about their investment, especially I think it's Microsoft, when they share about their investment, right? They shared the portion whereby what is leasing and what is hardware. Hardware means data server, right? So they also seeing some of the old data centers might need to so-called like refurnish with new GPUs. All right. So that's why they say the transition from CPU to GPU is happening. This is the first pointer. Second pointer is the mainstream of Gen AI. So what is the mainstream of Gen AI? This like user like us, we are just going to so-called like using Chat GPTs, the $20 user per month, just to generate some of the usage or some of the I will not say low level, more close to our user and kind of like generative AI usage mainstream, right? But what we also see right here is the agentic AI. We are not at the AGI yet, agentic AI. Agentic AI, whereby it helps us in our day-to-day work. For example, right now I'm using Perplexity Finance, so I can create tasks whereby I ask Perplexity Finance every day, share me what is a value investor will look at, what is the happening in the market, what is the company movement, is there any exceptional item or exceptional companies that have exceptional announcement for the past 1 day. So every day I have this task by Perplexity Finance to generate things that are closer to value investor, right? So these three things that happen simultaneously. If you follow, just type in three. All right. So I repeat: CPU to GPU accelerated computing. Second, the mainstream of Gen AI, like what we are using daily, and also the rise of agentic AI. Yeah. So that's why these things are still continuing to happen, right? So that's why they say, hey, we are still growing. Short of better wait, lah, we are still growing. All right. Okay. Yep. So these are a few key pointers in their earnings call that they shared. All right. So maybe I just share this thing. So in the end of the day, we still need to look at valuation. So let's look at the company valuation. So recently, I've like chanced upon this new financial data site. It is called Gainify. Yep. So you can just go and find out Gainify, gainify.io. Right. So just to share with you guys, I initially when I find this site, right, it's really beautiful. Maybe I just go through a bit with you guys. Share this tab instead. So this, all right, so they have very cool like interface, just like our physical.ai. But physical.ai a bit black and white. This one is a bit more colorful. All right, there's some logos and things that are shown around. So for example, right, I am Nvidia, right? So maybe I just share this. So like basic like financial snapshot lah, there's some chart lah, and then they show their peers. Right? Very beautiful, right? Or who are the peers? AMD, Micron, Microsoft, all right? And then some basic description, right? Key financial figures, all right? How is their revenue 3-year growth? All right. So it's very beautiful, like so-called chart lah. So if you use physical.ai, right? So you have a lot of like line item. You can select a lot of like different line item you want to compare. But so Gainify, right? I think they are closer to individual investor in, so that's why they build it like quite nicely. They're already populated lah. So financial health, what is their ROE, right? So every year their ROE. So you can switch this ROE into maybe interest coverage ratio, right? How much their interest coverage ratio like, all right? And then let's go into financials. So this financials is the line item thing already, all right? So for example, I would like to look at their total revenue with their net income, all right, and then to compare with their growth. So I switched on percentage change, I switched on total revenue change, and then wow, I stack total revenue and net income, and then I have this growth as line item. So you can see, wow, their revenue growth, how's their revenue bar chart, right? So this is quite a nice like populated table, and then there's this Gainify rating. What's the Gainify score? So if you could recall, like Google app, right? Actually, this is exactly the thing that we like to build. Their scoring, how their outlook, valuations, health, performance, momentum. So if you like to have a quick understanding, quick view, this is very good platform. And in the end, what's their valuations? Their analyst rating compared to their last price. All right. So maybe have a quick question right here. So how many of you like this like Gainify? Let me just start polling again. So yeah. So the reason I want to ask this is very straightforward lah. I want to see whether you guys are interested so that I can ask Gainify whether is there a good deal. All right, let me just type it nicely lah so I can ask them. Are you interested in using Gainify? Yes or no? All right. Right. So just gather some feedback lah, huh? All right. So this so other than that, right? So while you guys are putting in your feedback, right? Okay. So I just now I reached the Nvidia numbers lah. So you can see like maybe from here, who are the owners, right? Insiders, right? Is there insider trades? Yeah. Seems like there's more selling. And then is there a member of Congress So member of Congress, there's 8 purchase, 8 from 5 million. So these are very simple tabulated, not very detailed one, but simple tabulated. And then for like top investor, so Warren Buffett, right? So this is the table I snapshot in the session last week. So you even can get alert on every trade. So which is their top 10 position. Google is their top 10 position right here. All right. So this is Warren Buffett. Okay, let me go back to this stop sharing. All right. So is there anybody interested? Okay. All right. A quick polling. Okay. All right. Hey, wait. Did I end polling? Yep. So I get a few votes right here. All right. So majority are very interested. Okay. Yep. Wow. Thank you for that. So in short lah, I wanting to get some good deal for you guys lah. So I return to them. Is there any good deal? So their subscription right now, like the entry tier one, like maybe share with you guys. So it's like 799 per month lah, huh? 799 per month. So asking good better deals lah. All right. So it's 7.99 per month, bill yearly, all right. Or if you want to go for full on one gainer pro, it's like 26.90. So this is like 99 per month lah. Oh no, 99 per year. All right. So if you are interested, then I'll ask them whether there's good deal. All right. Yeah. But if you right now you go to like follow them or subscribe, or I can't remember, it's like newsletter, right? Or you open a free account, right? They immediately give you Black Friday deal lah. Yeah, so Black Friday deal 40%. Nothing to hide. So you want to go ahead, just go ahead. 40% Black Friday deal. I think this is their special offer already lah. And I ever asked whether if they want to give me some like affiliate earning or whatever, right? They said yeah, we can discuss. But if you like the platform so much, right, you want to go ahead, right? By all means, Black Friday, I think it's by this week. All right. So if you want to capitalize on Black Friday deal, this is the week. And even if you are TradingView user, right? Same Black Friday deal. Yeah, I think their Black Friday deal is the best deal they can offer already. Okay. So if you follow, just type in the one. All right. Oh, okay. 40% quite good. Okay. They can give more discount, man. That's why I say most likely a bit hard lah. I think even if I get good deal, right, affiliate deal, right, or whatever deal, right, I don't think it can reach 40%. So if you like it, right, just go ahead. Yeah. I didn't get anything lah. Just go ahead. You just tell them, you got to know this from GoodWhale. You just tell them, you got to know this from GoodWhale, and then you like this. Yeah. Maybe share a bit of good words lah. From GoodWhale, we learned about this. Yeah, I like this. Yeah. Yeah. Even if I didn't get like any referral, it's all right. At least I get some good word lah. It's like go to maybe some like new little Penang cafe, and then you have this friend. You recommend your friend. But your friend, right? Maybe get some discount. You didn't get any kickback, but it's fine. At least the boss know. You bring a few friends that we build this community together, right? Okay. Right. So this is the ending for my public session. So yeah, so I just go through some of the earnings, right? So-called like valuation right here. So if you go at their peers earning, yeah, peers comparison, right? So Nvidia is slightly higher, but it's lower than Broadcom. It's slightly higher because right now the peers is at 15 times, they're at 20 times. But if you look at their historical P price to revenue ratios, right? 20 over time is not their highest is 30 over time. So right now it's like, if I'm not wrong, like 23 or 24. I can't remember. I think it's 23 to 24. All right. So if you go to NVDA, all right. So you go to dashboard, you go to NVIDIA, a very quick one. All right. Last week actually I want to show this, but too bad Cloudflare got hit. They also go through Cloudflare. That's why I cannot show you last week. All right. So valuation. All right. So if you look at their price to revenue, all right. So they are at 20 times. So their ever highest is close to 30 times. So they are at 21 times lah. And then their lowest is at 11 times. So it's a range of 10 to 30. Right now it's at 20. Their average price range lah. All right. Okay. So this is the end for this sharing. Okay, let me just like why couldn't show this? So once again, thanks for you guys for joining me on weekly sessions. I really enjoy this, and then I hope moving forward, if I could continue to do this in a weekly manner. But nevertheless, if you are new to here, please remember to click subscribe. Even if I'm not doing live, recorded video will be up. We have planned to do more recorded video because recorded video have more long tail. YouTube put a lot more algorithm, put a lot more their AI stuff on their YouTube recorded video, not the live session. I think they are not very big on live video at per moment right here. I don't think they like to fight all the streamer software right there. YouTube is just really using this live to engage YouTube followers. Yep. So uh, if you like to watch the community, which is the private community session, just join our click.google.com/WP, and then I will see you in our private community site. In our private community site, we will talk about this company called Duolingo. Duolingo have dropped from the top from close to 60%, close to 60%. And then is this a time to look into Duolingo? Would they continue to go downward? Like Beyond Meat, like Beyond Meat going down like 90 over percent. If you invest $100, you become 10 cent. Yep. So would Duolingo become that, or they will bounce back from their bottom? They'll grow even higher. Okay. So if interested to listen to it, this is the link. Click.google.com/join-wp. You can watch me on Zoom itself. So for those who are in our private community, let's hop on to Zoom. Right. So let me have a few words before I close off. For those who are our private community in the WealthPulse, I will see you in Zoom that talk about Duolingo. Right. So this is the end for our public YouTube live. Once again, thanks for joining me. And then once again, if you haven't followed me, please follow me, follow our YouTube channel. Even if you are open, follow our Instagram, TikTok. We also have our LinkedIn channel. Follow every place. You have a lot of different activity at different channel. And if you like to receive our newsletter, just type in and let me know. I will share you a newsletter subscription link. All right. So without further ado, once again, this is the end of November. We are going into December. So if you are full on holiday mode in December, I'll wish you an early Christmas. Or if you are open to join me in the last few sessions of the year of Tuesday, I'll see you Tuesday, 8 p.m. Bye bye. For those in private community, see you in Zoom.